know you're laughing. What's funny?
It's just I like dark meat too.
Same, Tiffany. Same. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind Season 4, Episode 8. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I want to go live, I think maybe on Thursday. What am I doing on Thursday? I don't think I have plans, so maybe Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we can go live and talk about our end of season predictions. Now, that is just predictions. That is not spoilers. Predictions, okay? And also, we could just talk about the show. I know we do talk about the show on Discord, but just to get more people involved in the conversation, I would love to hear your guys' opinions, so tune in on Thursday for that live. On to this episode. We were left on a cliffhanger with... well, not really a cliffhanger because I told you, I told you that Bliss says yes, but Zach proposed, Bliss said yes.
I can't believe you did that.
I'm so excited.
This is
fucking insane.
I should have said no and then maybe just kidding, but I really do feel like it's right though.
She said earlier that she wanted to bust his balls about it and not make it too easy for him to win her back. I felt like this was really easy though. I don't know. The turnaround was really quick. At the end of the day, Bliss, if you like it, I love it. Okay? You like it, I love it. It is concerning to me how the parents didn't really do much vetting.
What kind of wedding will it be? It's gonna be like a totally like normal wedding. I want to like have like a really cool like epic like marriage. Do you like him?
Do I get
Be
a
honest.
thumbs up, thumbs down?
He's a Paul. He's a Paul. He was good to go from the beginning.
It was just like, oh, your name's Paul. Great. We love it. What? And then the dad had the realization that he could be a serial killer. And that's where it clicked to him like, oh, maybe I should have been asking more questions. You think? You think? They barely inquired about him as a person, about his character. Nothing. They're asking about the wedding and what the dress and the flower arrangements. Are you serious? That's your biggest concern? Oh no. Also, Micah's tone completely shifted this episode in terms of where they were going to live. Last episode, she was like, we can bounce between Arizona and Seattle, one of them being my place, not your place. But now it's like, yeah, we're going to stay here and I'm going to stay in his place and I'm just going to do a little interior designing. Oh, did Paul throw down the hammer or something? Something happened behind the scenes that's made Micah change her tone. So Marshall and Jackie told this man to boss up. That's not nice. That's not nice. As a collective, as a community, as a society, we are trying to break the stigma of what being a man is. You know, there isn't one definition of manhood. There isn't one definition of masculinity. So to tell another man to boss up is kind of regressive, you know? But let me tell you something. If there's one thing I can read, it's people. And didn't I say it's a little bit fishy how Marshall doesn't have an issue catering to Jackie's every need? Oh, it's an issue.
I just said to be more aggressive. We don't have sex, bro.
And then when I am
You're
aggressive,
not
you shut me down.
You're never aggressive.
That's not who I am.
Hi,
So what are you
Marshall.
telling me then?
Who you clapping at?
You! I'm always kissing on you. I'm always rubbing on you. I'm always doing these things. What do you do for me?
So why the fuck are you still with me if I didn't make you feel like nothing?
Because I see you as a project and I saw potential.
I know damn well this man did not just call her a project. He did not just call her a project. And like Jackie said, who you clapping at? The way, oh, it would not have flied, all of it. That would not fly with me. That would not fly with me. Let me tell you, I'm a project. Oh, let me give you something to fix. Yeah? Yo, that would have had me tight. But anyways, I could sense that there was going to be resentment building. I'm sure Marshall would love to be that caring, compassionate, always serving husband. But if you don't do it naturally, if you don't do it without expecting something in return, you will build resentment and it's going to boil over at some point. It has now boiled over. What else I have to say about these two? Not much. I feel like at the end of the day, they're just mismatched, you know? And it's funny because they matched themselves. It's not anyone else to blame. It's literally on them. She wanted somebody who was more manly. I feel like you could tell from the pods that wasn't manly. I feel like you could tell from the pods that wasn't him. Y'all gotta put yourselves here. Tiffany and Brett talk about the future, and he says without a shadow of a doubt, he's 100% sure he made the right decision.
We still have so much to figure out, and I'm slightly nervous.
Why doesn't it scare you?
Because of you. I see the future so clearly with you. I don't have any doubts. I don't feel like I'm rushing into a decision. I don't feel pressure.
I will say, this is now the third time I've heard Tiffany be like, am I scaring you off? Are you sure? Are you ready? She said it in the pods. She said it again at Brett's apartment. And now she's saying it. And I'm like, okay. Is there some uncertainty with Tiffany that she doesn't want to say outright? And maybe she's doing a litmus test on Brett so that if he maybe is finicky, then she should share her uncertainty. But he doesn't. He's always like, I'm in. So that's something that I've been thinking about for sure. And I always thought it would be Brett who'd have the cold feet, but it's looking more like it's going to be Tiffany. Even though Zach didn't follow the process, which is really pissing me off. This guy keeps getting his way without doing the things of the show. He's going to get an apartment with Bliss to move into. Why? That apartment was meant for him and Arena. He's not with Arena. He doesn't deserve an apartment. He already proposed to somebody. Why does he get to propose to somebody else? I don't like that. It's given privilege.
Well, I know that I'm better than her.
No, not better.
Not better, but like I know.
What there's the pretentiousness.
There's not a single part of me that would want to be with her.
Mom, there was a whole part of you that wanted to marry her.
Before I met her, you were the right choice.
Yeah, but
Right,
it still
I
doesn't take away my feeling about
But
that.
it doesn't. Yeah, I get it, but it doesn't make you the second choice.
Bliss, rightfully so, brings up her frustration with being the second choice, and Zach's response was piss poor. Absolutely piss poor. I hate that he called her pretentious. She might be. But I hate that he did that because he almost comes off as pretentious to me. So I'm like, are you projecting here? What is happening? And like I said, this whole second choice thing, the fact of the matter is, Bliss was not good enough at the time to be his first choice. Take Arena out of it. Bliss at the time was not good enough to be his first choice. Those reasons are still present. I need them to really touch on the reasons why he felt like proposing to somebody else was the better decision at that time and what has changed since then. Not that Arena was vile. Not that you didn't enjoy your vacation. What about your connection with Bliss makes this the better option from that time? Because the connection you have today is the connection you had a week ago, but you still didn't say yes to her. So I don't get it. Guys, I don't get it. Kwame and his little corporate laugh have adopted Chelsea's dog. And unfortunately for Chelsea, that might be the only child they'll be having.
You ever bathed like a baby before?
A baby?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Growing up, I used to want 6 kids. You know, I've just always wanted to be a mom, Kwame. And you said 3 years is okay?
I think there has to be a period of time for us to like really enjoy each other.
I think it was Chelsea who proposed like 3 years of marriage before she has kids, and Kwame's making it seem like that's not enough time. But you can get in a process where you'll be married within 6 weeks of knowing somebody. Come on, man. Come on, Kwame. I understand children are a big responsibility. It's not something that you could just jump into if you're not ready for it. But you know that you are on an expedited process. So somebody wanting kids within 3 years, I feel like that is a good amount of time. A very good amount of time. And considering her age and probably wanting multiple kids, she would want to start early, you know? So him being like, I don't know, it's kind of fast. Oh, now you have problems with speed? Now you have problems with speed. Okay. Micah introduces Paul to her friends, and boy, did he get a grilling.
I mean, Shelby has single-handedly like terminated relationships for me.
A couple of them.
She's easily angered.
I mean, can't say that I care.
Yes? In love with him?
Yeah, 100%. You're not into it? Are you being serious?
Now hear me out. Micah's friends, insufferable. Absolutely. But I agree. I don't think Paul is a good choice. I don't think Paul's a good choice. I think Paul I think Paul is low-key, like, sly. I really do. Just when I consider, you know, how he handled the arena situation, there are obviously some reciprocal energy that he was giving her, and he didn't relay that back to Micah. He kind of made it seem like it was only Arena putting it on him. When he was talking to Zach about where he is mentally, it seems like Micah is just, you know, she's a woman. Yeah, I could love her. I mean, she could be perfect. I don't know. Maybe I'm sold on her. I don't know. Like, he's not really serious, but he's so sly about it. And he doesn't talk much, so you wouldn't really know, you know? He keeps his cards to himself. He does seem like more reserved than a lot of the people on this season. But I'm like, When he does speak, we need to listen. And when he isn't speaking, we need to watch him. And like the friend, I'm not rooting for this. But also the friend, you're putting it on too strong. It's looking like you want Micah instead. It is Chelsea's birthday. And here is Kwame with the attitude even on her birthday.
Thank you for wearing pink for my birthday.
I'm glad it came out the way you wanted it to. The biggest thing on my mind is changing our lifestyle. Our lifestyles are so different. Most of the week she has a dog and she lives in Seattle. I feel as though I'm somebody who tends to compromise a lot.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
He wants out. He wants out. By any means necessary, he's going to find a way out without having to do it directly. And I did want to talk about the whole move thing. So some of you guys in the comments were saying he knew the show was based in Seattle. Obviously, he'd have to live in Seattle because that's where the show is. A little bit of context, because somebody told me, so I should tell y'all. They couldn't find enough people in Seattle, so they did have to reach out. That's why we have people from Oregon, and we got, what's her name, who spends some time in Arizona as well. They had to branch. I mean, Arizona's kind of far, but regardless, they had to expand the radius to get more people for the show, right? That's number one. Number two, I don't have an issue with the fact that they should be living in Seattle. All that I'm saying is I would have liked for it to be a conversation. It seemed like it was point blank, oh, I'm not moving for Chelsea. And I don't think that's fair, especially when you constantly say, oh, marriage is about compromise. Where is your compromise? What have you compromised on? Absolutely nothing. All the man is saying is, can we talk about it? And homegirl is just like, no, I don't like that. Micah must have amnesia because she is talking about Arena and all of a sudden she's playing as if she is an angel and that Arena is this evil demon. And what I'm like, oh, where's this coming from?
She was like coming on to Paul. Like I've heard like really awful stuff.
I was like her lifeline. And for her to do that to you, that really kind of speaks to like the type of person that she is.
When there's, 15, 30 people that are all feeling the same way about you, at some point you have to realize maybe it's you, not them.
Oh, no. Don't change now. Don't change your tone now. That was your bestie. That was your dawn. That was your day one, baby girl. Y'all was two peas in a pod. She would only jump if you told her to. And now you're like, Arena, like, I don't even know what was on with her. Like, she was just so disrespectful. Save it, Micah. Save it. And poor Bliss. I don't even mean poor Bliss as in I pity her. I really don't. But Bliss is here feeding into it. And I'm like, Bliss, they were hee-heeing and ha-haing about you together. Don't side with Micah. Be for real. Speaking of Micah, here comes Alex. Alex is cozying up to Micah yet again. And I'm like, honestly, Alexander, go where you want to be. Clearly it's not by Chelsea and it's with Micah.
We are always like so like happy together, but like trust me, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. I feel like I'm very unsure, but hopeful. Do you feel like you're questioning? Like
He is here questioning his decision and he's prodding in Micah's situation to see if she's also questioning. And this is why I said Kwame had to be the one to go and advocate for his relationship to Micah back in Mexico. Why? Because it proves whether or not he's able to establish boundaries with this woman. Clearly, he cannot. At least for Chelsea, she would have found that out back in Mexico before she introduced this man to her father. So I hate seeing this whole situation, but I'm like, hopefully Chelsea's going to open her eyes and realize this man don't want me. This man is not into me. This man clearly had his heart set on somebody else, and it only is working with me because it didn't work with her. And not even on his accord, on hers. Oh, God forbid. So I don't know if Josh was always this obnoxious. He seemed more calm in the pods. But outside of the pods, he's very boisterous and like in your face, and then probably the liquor did not help at all. Anyways, here you have Marshall trying to explain the situation to Brett on where his marriage is, and Josh, he was just rubbing salt on the wound.
I had her tell it she wants me to be more aggressive in the bedroom. I'm the first guy in their first real man in their life who treats them like something. She wants to be with me. She fucks with me tough. That's what she says. She never told me that she loves me.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
You been talking some shit?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking no shit.
All right. The fuck was that?
Joshua, go drink some water. Go drink some water, baby boy. Sit down. Have some tea. Have something. Have a beverage that is not alcoholic, okay? I did not expect this. No. I did expect this side of him, but not to the level that it's being shown on camera. I thought maybe he was that talkative, outgoing guy, but not obnoxious and rude and disrespectful. And that's how he's coming across. So instead of going and drinking some water, taking a break, he decides to go and talk to Jackie. And he's basically like, pick me, choose me. Y'all know they even titled the episode Pick Me. Joshua, if I was you, I wouldn't have it.
You were talking to NBA Cryboy. I felt like you were always real. So I was just like, I didn't think that you were gonna be falling for that shit.
So like you like genuinely cared about me?
Of course.
We had a connection, but you never was like super deep with me, super open.
If you don't feel like heart to heart you're really gonna marry somebody, pick me.
So I guess this is the toxic masculinity that Jackie is looking for, that aggressive nature. Is this aggressive enough for you, baby girl? He also doesn't match the aesthetic that Jackie said she was looking for. He's not 6'5". He's not all tatted up. Like he doesn't fit the aesthetic. The only thing is that he has toxic masculinity. And I think we need to get out of this whole, listen, I was telling the people on Discord today, a smidge is all right with me. A smidge, and by smidge, I literally mean 2%. A smidge of toxic masculinity is all right with me. This is not cute. Constantly with the vibrato, constantly with the I'm the better man and I could take anybody and blah, 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 and I can put a woman in her place if I wanted to, and like pick me. No, this is not the kind of man that you want. If you're looking for healthy love, that looks more like what Marshall is giving you. Unfortunately, you're perceiving that as soft. Maybe that means there's some inner work that needs to be done, you know? I do think he is softer than Josh, but Marshall is not like, he's not somebody you can walk over, you know what I mean? So the aggression that she's looking for is kind of toxic. Whatever, these two, they exhaust me. Everybody exhausts me, child. This season, I'm ready for it to be over. I'm excited about the show. But some of the topics, I'm just like, y'all be for real. Like, let's put our thinking caps on and let's make some better decisions. Okay. Anyways, like I said, going to be live on Thursday most likely. So definitely tune in for that. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. But until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.